Hello groupies, this is your buddy RedAnt here with a little video on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Mainly because I do have many friends who don't don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So this video is just about how to showing how to solve one. I don't know. I just feel like it. So yeah, I'm gonna mix it up and it'll be just a little bit for you guys. It'll be longer for me. Okay, we're back and I've mixed it up. Now the way that I'm gonna solve it, a lot of you this doesn't apply to probably anybody watching the video, because anybody that watches the video doesn't know how to solve it. But the most popular way is the white cross way, where you make a cross on the white, line it up with the cores, and just out of habit I do it with the green cross, just because it's simply easier for me to remember. And so what you need to make happen first is you need to find any edge piece that has green on it. Now first, I should say your Rubik's Cube has 3 pieces. The core, which the cores never move. You have the edge piece, which just has 2 colors, and the corner piece, which has 3 colors. And they're all of the pieces are labeled by what colors are on them. So, first step, locate the green core. Second step, find any edge piece that has green on it and line it up with the core of the other color. So this one's green white. Now, so I want to line up the white with the white core and then twist it so that the green is lined up with the green core. But as you can see, it is reversed. So what you have to do is bring it down here and then over here so that the green and the white are there. And you just twist it up. Now you have that aligned. That's your first step. Now you just continue doing that. Yellow, green. And pull it up. You got red, green. You have to pull it down, bring it over, replace the white so that it's still there, and bring your red over here, put it in, then the orange, put your white back in, pull up your orange. So what you need to do, you can ignore this here, we'll leave it there, but what you want to do is line up the cross and have it so that each of these pieces lines up with its corresponding core. And so your next step is placing in the corners. As you can see, this one is already placed in. So what you want to do, there's an ideal position for these, which is down here on the bottom with the green facing outward on this third layer. So what you need to do is line this piece up with its core. So bring it here. As you can see, this one's red. Here's the red core. It matches just fine. Now you need to get it up into here. So you move it out of the way, pull this down, move it back in, and pull it up. So now that's in there. So we'll do it with this piece next. So you bring the white over to the white. The orange is right here. So you take it out of the way, pull this down, pull this back in, and put it up. That's all. Now this one, it's not in the ideal position. This one is not down here, it's up here instead. The other way that it would be in the non-ideal position is if it's down here. So right here, first, if it's down here, that's the other way that it could be in the non-ideal position. And so what you want to do for this one is rotate this side where it's facing to you, and then pull it off of that layer and then rotate it back up. Now as you can see, you can line it back up to place it in. Pull this down, put it in, pull it up. Now you'll see that each of the colors is getting a T on it. That's good, and the green side is solved. Now the next piece is placing these edges in. So what we need to do for now is ignore any edge piece that has blue on it. So these two don't. We're going to start with this one. It's an orange-white. So what you want to do is line this outer part up with its core, and then the core of this bottom part will either be on the left or on the right. This one it's on the left, and so what you want to do is move it away from the core, pull the left side down, move the bottom piece up or to the left, move the left side back up, then I always just rotate it 90 degrees so that this green piece is facing you, then pull this out of the way and place it back in the corner. And now you have your edge piece placed in. So now we'll do it with this red piece, line it up with the red, it's a white on the other part, so take it out, pull this down to the right this time because, look, so this time the other color is on the right, so you bring this over to the right where our core is right here, bring it out of the way, pull this down, put it back in. There, now you've solved that one. So you do it for your other one, orange, take it away from the yellow, outplace that one, and set it back in. Now you just have one more, the red yellow. So pull it up with the red, pull it up with the yellow, take it away from the red, outplace the green, and place the green back in. Now as you can see, we've solved the first layer and the second layer. Now we move on to the third layer. The third layer does take a bit of algorithms. That's just ways of moving the cube, and if you guys know like the different parts of the cube, like the right, the up, and whatever, if you guys know that, you can use the algorithms. Otherwise you can just listen to what I say and try to memorize it. So what you want to do is so there are multiple ways that this can be. You can get a single blue dot in the middle where there's just random colors everywhere else that aren't blue, and then, well, not to say that there aren't blue, but you can get the random colors and all that with just the blue core. You can get this L shape with blue right here. You can get a horizontal rod with blue, and then you can get the blue cross, which is what we're going to want. So for the first part, if you have the dot, this one, the algorithm repeats itself until you have the cross. And so you start with the blue dot, and then you do the L with one piece facing you, the other facing to the right. And so you do that, and then the last time, what will happen if you have it facing like this, the rod will end up being like this. So you got to rotate it so that the rod is horizontal, and then you put in the algorithm again and you'll get the blue cross. So what it is, you twist the front side to the right, pull up the right side, twist the up to the right, well, clockwise, sorry. I'm gonna start saying clockwise and all that. Okay, and then you pull the right side down, up counterclockwise, and front counterclockwise. Now as you can see, we got the rod. We need to make it horizontal for us, and so then you just put it in again, front, right, up, right down, up, whatever, and then the front. And wow, this happened completely by accident. I did not intend for this. So just you ignore these four corners right now. You just are focusing on the cross and if it's aligned with the cores or not. So you will either get a core here and a core here aligned, a core here and a core here aligned, which is what we have, or all four cores aligned. So the first time, if you have one here and one here, you want one of them facing towards you and one of them facing away. And so what needs to happen is there's another algorithm. The third layer contains a lot of algorithms, just so you guys know. And So the first time you want one facing towards you, one facing away. That's correct pieces. Correct, like correctly aligned. Okay. And then the second time that you do it, and the last time if you do it correctly, you will want one incorrect piece facing you and one incorrect piece facing to the right. And so what it is you pull the right up, then rotate the up side twice, pull the right down, up counterclockwise, right up, up counterclockwise, and right down. And then you'll end up with this. You just need to rotate the up side again, and there, you have all of your cores aligned with the blue cross. Now for the third and second to last algorithm, what you need is what you need to do is have two corners with the blue facing up. It doesn't matter if these parts are aligned correctly, you just need the blue facing up. And so if you get all of these corners without the blue facing up, it doesn't matter what orientation you do this in, but to get the two corners facing up, first off, the first one or two, you need the correct piece facing up in the top right. Sorry, I can't even think today. And then the second time, it might end up as all four of them are not blue, so you want to keep it the same orientation and do the exact same thing over again. You'll get two of them either here, here, or here, with the blue facing up. So we have one blue. So what it is, you pull the left up, the right clockwise, the right up counterclockwise, left down, up clockwise, right down, up counterclockwise. And that last one's just to realign the cores. And so what you see is we get none of them left with the blue facing up. So we need to just do that again. And see, now we got these two. Now, there's a trick to these. One of them is going to make the other one move around the cube, and the other one is going to solve the other one. And so you need to just find which one that is. And so from what I know, is if you keep it the same orientation, you just turn it so that this one is in the bottom right. It should solve this other one unless this piece needs to go here, which it does. So you need to move this piece, or no, yeah, you need to move this piece, sorry. You need to move this piece out of the way. So what this algorithm does is it preserves this square right here. It doesn't change this square at all. It changes this whole thing, but it doesn't change this square. So it's left up, up counterclockwise, right up, the first one was up clockwise, up counterclockwise, and then left down, up clockwise, right down. I think I just did this, yeah, whatever. And what you'll see is that by having this piece in the corner, you moved this one from here to here. And so what you want to do is do that again. So put that in again. It'll move this piece from here to here. And now to outplace it, to outplace the corner that you want that needs to come over here, you need to rotate it so that they're both facing you again. And so put it in, or do the algorithm again, and then it'll rotate it once again. Put it in one last time. You'll be left with this. So what you want to do, you have this one in the bottom right. You want to make it so that this one is in the bottom right. So just rotate your cube until this one is there. Put in, sorry, I'm so used to computers. Do the algorithm again. And do it multiple times. Oh crap. Sorry. Okay. I forgot to check, but this piece needs to come over here, which means that we need to do this whole outplacing step again. Or not, because apparently we just solved this. So once you get to here, if you have two blues facing up and one of them is solved, then that solved one needs to go in the bottom right corner, and then you just do the algorithm, and it solved the other one. It might not, but if you continue it will, unless you messed up your cube by taking it apart and not putting it together in a possibly solvable way. So now what you want to do is this last algorithm is kind of long. I'm going to be putting like annotations or something to help explain the algorithms, or not to help explain, but to just put them up so that you don't have to have the video playing, so that you know them. Yeah, something like that. So the last one is kind of long, but what you want is the incorrect pieces, so the pieces that are false, that aren't solved, to be in the bottom right, and if possible, the top right. Now this one, the bottom right, it has to be there, but if it's not possible to have this one in the top right at the same time as this one in the bottom right, just don't worry. This time it'll put itself into the top right, so that we just do it twice and it'll be solved. And so what it is just, okay, sorry, for simplicity, I'm just going to say the actual algorithm because that's how I remember it. Okay, I'm going to do this as well as I can for you guys that don't understand the algorithm. So just kind of watch. I'm going to take it slowly. It's right, up, 2, right invert, up invert, right, up invert, right invert, left invert, up 2, left, right, up, left invert, up and up, and then left, and I did it wrong. Okay, if this happens, which it sometimes will, all you need to do, place this up in the top right corner, put in this second to last algorithm that we did before, make these 2, and then you do end up with it like this. I just rotate it 180 degrees, it usually works just fine. Do this again, it's working just fine. Do it another time, and then flip it. Some of the mixtures that end up happening are very repetitive, but look, this one worked perfectly because we were preserving this area while solving this area. And so now you put this one to the bottom right, and you need to solve this one. And you don't need to worry about this bottom right corner holding on to the piece that needs to go in this other corner, because this one's already solved. So just keep putting it in, or doing it until it's solved. This time it worked out perfectly. We put a piece in the bottom right, the other piece is in the top right. So you just do this last algorithm once again. Right, up, right inverse, up, inverse, right, up inverse, right inverse, left inverse, up, left inverse, up, up, left. And then sometimes you will get it where you have to put it in again. Just do that. All you have to do is put it in, do it one more time, and it is solved. And there's the little demonstration on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Just for you guys, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I know, like a little bit of the party tricks, not party tricks, but just cool things that you can do with these that I know. So yeah, I'm going to get those ready, and I will be back. Okay, the first and simplest one, I have just named it my close-up flowers because I was brain dead that day. So this one is, I know it is 4 moves, because if you want to move a core, you just do that. Well, not move a core, but move the edges around the core so it seems like the core is moving. I just count this as one move. Each of these 2 moves is just one move in my mind. And so, this, in my mind, is just 4 moves, but a lot of other people don't like me saying that. But yeah, so what you need to do is just move, like, the orientation doesn't matter, so move this up over to any side, and then move this one back down so that it creates an eye. Then you see you have these, you gotta match them up with this circle, and the rest of them will match up, and it looks like you just switched the course. That's the first one. And the simplest way to solve it, instead of just mixing it up to where it's where you have to go through that big process to solve it, simplest way to solve it is find the core that corresponds with this, bring it over so that it creates an eye, find the core that corresponds with these 2, bring it up so that it creates a rod right there, bring this back over so that you have these all there, and then finally bring that down, and you've resolved your cube. Woo. You know, yeah. So, now, on to the other 2. Okay guys, I can't find the algorithm for my other one, which is basically it just flips all of the edge pieces over to the other side diagonally, but I mean it looks pretty cool. But I also have a third one, which a lot of you know, or actually, sorry, a lot of you don't know probably, but it is known as the super flip. From what I know, it is the hardest combination that you can put a Rubik's Cube into. And the amazing thing is, it's solvable in 20 moves. So from what I know, I don't believe that the orientation matters. But, I don't know. I've had some bad runs with this. So, I don't know. I think I just did something wrong with it. But yeah. So, I have the algorithm on my phone right now. I'm looking at it because I can't remember this. It's not as simple as the other ones. So what it is up, right to, front, back, no, yeah, back, right, back to, right, up to, left, back to, right, up inverse, down inverse, right to, front, right inverse, left, back to, up to, and front to. Looks like it actually worked. Yeah, it did. Okay, so what this one is, it's basically solved, except all of the edge pieces are just flipped. It looks cool in my opinion. So yeah, there's that. That is all of them that I know, and now I don't know which outro to use. I only have one. It sucks. And it's only for games. Okay, whatever. I just put a new video up. It's my Call of Duty play with Zach. Yeah. So yeah, that is my Rubik's Cube. I just got bored and felt like doing something, and my computer was being a butt today and wouldn't let me record. And so I felt like doing this, and I'm posting 2 others. Well, 1 other besides that Call of Duty play. I'm also posting a card trick thing because I'm just really bored lately, that's why. So yeah, there's the card trick play, or the card trick thing. It's the showcase and then an explanation. Involves Zach as well. And so, Zach's one of my good friends, since I don't even know when. But yeah, so there's that, and then there is the Call of Duty with Zach going up. Actually, it's already up, so you might have already watched it by the time you see this. So if you have, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you haven't, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, groupies.